Hello everyone, this is Storm11 here. Today we'll be looking at my preliminary winter forecast for 2018 through 2019. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to probably my best one by so far. Now, before I go ahead and start this video, guys, I highly recommend for y'all to hit this red subscribe button. Where you hit it, there's a bell icon on the right side. Hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload. Also, leave a like on this video. All these things will help me a lot. Also, leave a comment if you got any questions that are weather related, and I can try to answer them questions. Now, what we're going to be going over is that there's going to be two videos here. My first video is what I'm going to do right now, and that's the sea surface temperatures in my forecast. Part 2 is going to be revealing the reasoning why and showing a model, the PDO, the AO, NAO, Jamstack, and the ENSO. But on this video, we'll be looking at sea surface temperatures and my forecast, just to keep things short here. Now, we're going to go ahead and get started with the sea surface temperatures. If I go ahead and get my pen out here and make it bigger. So now, right now, we're in a positive PDO right now. This positive PDO is making this ridge go up something like this, making a ridge out west and a trough in the east. You can really tell, with some cold temperatures going on down here as well for this troughing here. We got a little bit of a confused El Nino, more of a neutral El Nino for right now, but for the most part, we're looking into a Modoke El Nino. A Modoke El Nino means that warm waters, if I go ahead and change the color here, so warm waters are pretty much going to be in the center here, and then it can be cooler on the sides here. It could be cooler over here, and also could be cooler right over here as well. That's what a Modoke El Nino will probably look like, just from my drawing from there. So we're looking at positive PDO, and let's go ahead and take a look at my forecast here, and we're going to go ahead and start off with temperatures. As you can see here, it looks way much better than my last ones. I kind of remade this a little bit because I kind of didn't like it. So here's my temperature forecast. Now, the colors are right up here at the top. EC means equal chances, or you could say average temperatures. Now, we got in the orange here, which means above average temperatures. And that's above average temperatures for pretty much for this region in particular, right in there for above average. There's no way above average temperatures. I'm not really predicting that. Now, slightly above average, however, it's going to be here in the yellow. For the most part, it's going to be right in here for that cause of slightly above average temperatures. Now, if we starting into the cold side, slightly below average temperatures, it's a little bit small over here out into the west. Here for a good for some areas, they're slightly below average there. They're slightly below average for southern Florida as well for that time. Now, if we go ahead and go into below average temperature, similar situation, one good example would be up here in the northeast, also going along the east coast as well into the southeast, and it's a little bit skinny, like I said, up to the north and west there, where I've got that circle, is that below average temperatures. Now, for the way below average temperatures here, this is what you see in the purple right in here, where I'm going to be circling this in the black for way below average temperatures for the most part. Now, EC, equal chances, that means pretty much in this area in particular where you're not really in a color code. That's kind of what it means there. EC means equal chances, or you could say average. That could work as well for it. Alrighty, now let's look at precipitation here. Now, on this one here, we got the same setup here, just like on the temperatures. We got below average precipitation up in the northwest here, because of that ridging you got there. For the most part, that's going to keep things pretty dry up there. Now, slightly below average precipitation is going to be for these areas right in here, even areas right in here. Now, for the areas right in the northern plains and a part of the Midwest, the reasoning over here you can see slightly below average temperatures because you're going to be stuck in that really cold air. Most certainly that polar air, Arctic air at times for those areas there in particular. Now for up here in the northwest around that area, it's most certainly just because of the ridging around there for the most part. And then if we go ahead and go into the above average category, slightly above average precipitation, it's most likely going along this green line here. It even extends to Southern California, which is good news for those people. It's for a good chunk of the country in that green area in particular. And if we go ahead and go into the above average precipitation, it's most likely along the East Coast into the southeast and stretching back into Texas. Most certainly in this area in particular, right in there. Now, in the way above average area, and that's in the light blue, it's in this area right in here in the southeast, where you could get a lot of systems to pretty much... Here, I'll show you how the setup's going to look like. So you got a ridge out here. And let's go ahead and get into the blue here. So you got high pressure going along here. You got your let's make this a little bit bigger. Now you got a jet stream. I'm all the way out here in the Pacific Ocean. You can see here the ridge kind of goes up into Alaska. Then it goes down like this. Something looking like this. That's the Norvajet. Here's the Serverjet, though. Kind of looking for it is like right around here. Where if you get those two together, you can get some large systems and maybe becoming a nor'easter up here. We could try to get a couple systems maybe to come up there off the Gulf or Mexico area, and that's why I kind of have an area of above average precipitation down in Texas there. That's kind of the reasoning for it, and you get Clipper systems to go down here. So you got Clipper systems bring snow most likely on the north side of that low, or just mostly around it. Then you get other low pressure systems to go through Southern California, through the desert of Arizona and New Mexico. Then it becomes a bigger storm here, and then it could become a nor'easter somewhere along the East Coast. It could be either here, it could be here, or it could be up here as well. And that's where we're kind of shaping up for that possibility of that setup that we're kind of looking at a little bit later into the month of November. Here's my snowfall forecast here, and I made a little bit of changes here since I last got it. And what we're looking at here is some below average snowfall, warm and dry conditions for the most part of that way in particular. Now, slightly below average, it's a little funky, but it's most likely going to be like right around here for the most part. I could have this slightly below average snowfall become to right around here where it's going to be a little bit warmer, but we can have average snowfall in the mountain areas because where you get those systems, they could bring some snow, possibly in those higher elevations. Same thing over here, you're not going to get that much snow because you're going to be stuck in that probably cold air for the most part. Like I said, when low pressure systems combine to a large system, you get a lot of snow in the north side. The same thing on the south side, you get a lot of snow on the south side. That's where you kind of see the beginnings of it. If I get my pen out. So you got low pressure here, they combine into they gain strength right around here, bring a lot of rain to the south end and a lot of snow to the north end. And there you go. It kind of falls kind of like this path here. It's a little bit similar. Here, you got your cyber jet going on down here as well. It's kind of what we're looking at here. Yeah, I accidentally erased that, but it's okay. We're through it. Okay, now we're going to get into the detail side of things here. So we got 9 regions here. We got 9. Now, you got one region, which is in the orange, the number 1 region up here. You got 2 down here, 3 over here, 4 mostly around the Texas area. You got 7 there, you got 8, 6, even 9. 9 doesn't include this little area, Michigan area as well for it. Now, if we go back over to here, I have written down what those mean. If we go ahead, go up here. Now, let's start with region 1. This is more of the northwest. You got warm and dry conditions. Maybe a weak system or two to. Now, those systems could possibly be weak to start off the winter for the most part. We're kind of getting near to that point there where we're starting to get a couple systems to try to come up around there to bring some rain and snow in the higher elevations. That's region 1. Region 2, it's most likely the desert area. It's going to be mild and a few systems that might be weak and possibly bring some rain to those areas there. Now the light blue here, we're starting to get a little bit interesting here. So cool in the east, warm in the west, or it could be average temperatures at times, with a few clipper systems that could bring some snow or rain. Now if we go to the prime winter, those clippers will probably break some snow, but the snowfall totals are not going to be that much though for clipper systems. It could be 1 or 2 inches, and it's most likely a few clipper systems. Now the light green, which is mostly for Texas, cool and wet conditions for those areas, a possibility for snow, most likely in the northern Texas area. Now the blue will be very cold and slightly dry conditions there. That's where you get stuck in the cold air for a long period of time. Right around there. In a clipper system, there could be a possible couple clippers to bring a little snow there as well. You get that possibility there. It's kind of what the setup's going to be whatever. Now the pink is the winter battle zone. Snow, ice, and rain. Even sleet in there as well. Forgot to add that in there. At times, the dark green, which is most likely for the southeast, very wet and cool, or it could be cold conditions possibly at times. A good amount of systems that could bring some severe weather. Now, wherever you get those systems, you got a lot of moisture that comes off from the Gulf. And you got cold air on the backside, you got warm air around there. A lot of moisture, can be humid. Bringing those together, you get severe weather. Now, in the black, that's the best area for winter for snow lovers out there. That does include, if we go back here, so it includes Kentucky, West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine will be seeing that best chance for, hold on, I almost lost it. Here we go. So harsh winter, it will be cold and snowy. It could be very snowy. Snowstorms, the possibility of blizzards. Or you can count them as nor'easters as well, depending on the setup there. Now that's all I got for you guys today on the first part. Now, on the first part of this, I'm going to be making a second video soon. Like I said, if we scroll down here, part 1 was made for the sea surface temperatures and my forecast. The second part is going to be in the blue. PDAO, AO, NAO, Jamstack, and the ENSO. that's where we'll be looking at into here. My final forecast will possibly be in December. That's it's possible right now. It's wherever I feel comfortable where I should end it at, which I'm not feeling really comfortable right now where I should end it. So, like I said, this is all I got. If you want to see the models and stuff like that, look at part 2, and it's mainly going to be for these guys right here. And don't forget to, if I can find it, here we go. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, leave a comment if you got a question that could be weather related, and I'll see y'all in the part 2. Wherever I release the part 2 I'll leave it in the link in the comments. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.